Change Radio Weekend News. Today, Sunday, the 4th of December 2022. The news read by CP Westbanda. Stories making the headlines today. ZANU-PF thugs assault Citizens Coalition for Change CCC EU top official's son in Sweden. Interim Citizens Coalition for Change CCC Vice President Karenyi Kore and Organizing Secretary Chibaya in the UK for the fundraiser. Mahere gives UK CCC's week in review. And now the stories in detail. Citizens Coalition for Change CCC Interim Chairperson for Scandinavia and EU Interim Secretary for International Relations Sophia, who also works as our Change Radio Deputy HR Manager, has told us how she and her family are living in fear of ZANU-PF thugs in Sweden. Last Tuesday, her son, who was on his way to school, was sexually assaulted with objects, beaten up, cut in his hands and legs, and had his hair burnt by men who spoke in Shona, saying he was a traitor who wanted to talk with the Zimbabwean government after he posted a video of himself on social media saying, "Ngapinde hakem komana." Sophia herself has been receiving numerous phone calls by individuals who have been threatening her with death if she does not abandon her activism. The family now have police officers protecting them by parking outside their home at night. Let's get more details from the Citizens Coalition for Change Europe's interim chairperson, Wilson Tetwa.
As EU Assembly, we can confirm the primitive and barbaric attacks that are deliberate and well planned by the Zimbabwean government on our leader in Sweden, with the sole aim to silence her from participating in party activities. What makes the situation unfortunate is it's happening here in Europe. Her son was beaten, tortured, and later found in a basement by the police. We encourage all the progressive minds to speak and act against political persecution. Thank you.
Change Radio is extremely concerned about ZANU-PF's actions on Zimbabweans who are meant to be free to express themselves and support a political party of their choice. We strongly condemn ZANU-PF for trying to silence our staff member and her family in a country where they are meant to be free from fear and terror. We thank the Swedish police for protecting the family and hope the perpetrators will be arrested as soon as possible. Let's get a statement from one of the radio's team leaders, Tawanda Jokora.
We note as a Change Radio with great concern the continuous harassment of Sophia Tekwane, our Change Radio news anchor and also Deputy HR Manager. She has been receiving threats from embassy staff in Sweden, Zim embassy staff in Sweden. She has been attacked, and of late, her son was targeted and physically assaulted while he was going to school. Investigations are continuing. We know that ZANU-PF uses embassy staff and also have CIOs stationed at their embassies. We saw what happened with Chinyanga in the United Kingdom, who is also being targeted by ZANU-PF. And to our colleagues in Europe, I say, let's stand with Sophia Tekwane, because this is what ZANU-PF is trying to do, harvest of fear. They want to silence people in Zimbabwe. They also want to silence people in the diaspora. They do not want us to speak out. And if we allow this to continue, it means nobody will be speaking out for the people that are in Zimbabwe that can't speak out. we are thankful to the Swedish police that have already started giving protection to Sophia and your family. But it shouldn't be like that. But it's high time as Zimbabweans we come together and show ZANU-PF that the diaspora is our zone of autonomy, and ZANU-PF cannot silence us. We will continue to speak out. We will continue to denounce ZANU-PF for what it really is, a terrorist government that terrorizes its citizens home and away.
Citizens Coalition for Change CCC Interim Vice President Honorable Lynette Karenyi-Kore and Interim Organizing Secretary Honorable Amos Chibaya are in the United Kingdom to speak to party members and to help in fundraising for the party's 2023 election campaign. The duo will be guest of honor at a party fundraiser on the 10th of this month in Birmingham at Iqbal's Banqueting Suite, 136-214 Victoria Road, Ashton. The postcode is B65HH. Tickets are £30 per person. For more details, please call Valerie on +4474 6389 3393 or Chassis on +4479 8568 7185. See you there. Let's hear Citizens Coalition for Change CCC Interim National Spokesperson Fadzai Mahere giving us an update on the party's Week in Review program.
Hello everyone, welcome to Week in Review. This week, we jump straight to the question of ethical leadership. As our Change Champion-in-Chief, Advocate Nelson Chamisa, has said since the inception of the citizens' movement, elected representatives have to represent the issues of the people. He's emphasized that principle matters and that we will be a government that prioritizes the needs and welfare of the citizens when we govern in the new Great Zimbabwe. This is why we say the citizens' movement will not impose candidates. They must come from the community and truly champion community issues. Now, speaking of issues, let's talk about power. Not the type that's used to craft unjust laws or arrest political opponents, but the type that develops economies, brightens households, and drives development. Electricity is a crucial driver for economic growth. And so under a CCC government, we will prioritize power generation, increasing capacity to at least 4,000 megawatts through the rehabilitation of Wange power stations and significant investment in renewable clean energy such as solar and wind. The CCC believes in building a sustainable environment and prioritizing the use of clean energy. This will be achieved through offering various incentives for individuals and business to use and invest in renewable energy. The CCC will invest to help meet the required capacity and will ensure that the modernization and regular maintenance of the nation's transmission infrastructure is prioritized and funded through strategic public-private partnerships. We will work hard to not only provide energy, but to energize the population to be productive. And so until next week, see the light in the dark by registering to vote and continuing to demand accountable and ethical leaders. And in all things, let's continue to inspire hope and a thirst for change.
Citizens Coalition for Change CCC Member of Parliament for Bulawayo Central, Honorable Nicola Watson, has called on the authorities to comply with the written laws on pedophilia in Zimbabwe. This follows a sharp increase in underage pregnancies and rape of minors, where perpetrators walk scot-free through bribery or failure in the judiciary system. Let's hear her speak.
I'm reluctant to call it culture. I do not believe it's a culture. I believe that in every society, particularly I know, for example, in Australia, pedophilia is a problem. What we need in Zimbabwe desperately, the law is there. What we need is implementation of the law. We need social justice for children. And when I say children, I don't just mean young girls of 8, 9, 10. I mean girls right up to 18. Because they're being preyed upon. In fact, I was at a program in Trinidad on Friday, and there were a couple of young girls with babies, and really they were too young to be mothers and to have that burden. So I think that we have to end poverty, number one. That is a big, big crisis in terms of that sexual activity. And then we also need to deal with the basic crime of pedophilia.
The nearly 11-month-old Citizens Coalition for Change CCC party performed well in yesterday's by-elections in Gweru, Binga and Berengwa. This is despite the violence and voter intimidation by ZANU-PF. The results were as follows. Ward 18 in Gweru, Citizens Coalition for Change CCC 250, ZANU-PF 182. Ward 4 in Gweru, Citizens Coalition for Change 643, ZANU-PF 300. Ward 5 in Gweru, Citizens Coalition for Change 472, ZANU-PF 556. Ward 28 in Berengwa, Citizens Coalition for Change 81, ZANU-PF 726. Binga Ward 20, Citizens Coalition for Change 546, ZANU-PF 945. As the days towards the 2023 elections come closer, so are the days of registering to vote become fewer. We hear from Citizens Coalition for Change CCC President Nelson Chamisa on why citizens must register to vote.
In fact, the core activity for this year is to register to vote. Citizen action must pivot around registering to vote. And let me just pause and say, there are a lot of people who say, why should we vote? It doesn't make a difference. You have already surrendered your victory. Vote to make a difference. Voting makes a difference. That is why those who hate democracy discourage you from voting. They know that your vote is your power. Your vote is your voice. They want to take it away so that you are voiceless. Reclaim your voice, citizen. Register to vote. All of the liberation struggle was to make sure that we liberate ourselves and we claim that dignity of the vote. But that has all been taken away. Zimbabweans continue to face the various challenges that they continue to face almost on a daily basis. That is why I'm making this charge and this call to you to organize for change, to mobilize for change, to also educate for change, to register for change. Register to vote for the change that you want to see. Register to vote for jobs. Register to vote for grants. Register to vote for the payouts, students. Register to vote for a better education, for academic freedom, for autonomy of tertiary institutions. Register to vote, students, if you want a happy life on campus and beyond. Register to vote. Register to vote for a strong economy. Register to vote if you want a very strong currency, for a functional medical system and facilities and hospitals. Register to vote for a Zimbabwe that works for many and not for a few. Register to vote, citizens.
Change Radio encourages citizens to register to vote in the forthcoming general elections to be held in 2023. To find the registration center near you, dial the following toll-free number 08080219. We repeat the number again 08080219. To verify if you are a registered voter in the ZEC voters roll, dial *265 hashtag using your Econet or Net1 cell phone and follow the prompts. The Elections Resources Center ERC is offering a free transport services for those who wish to register to vote. The ERC said those citizens wishing to use this free transport service should call the free phone number 08080219. The number again, 08080219. 21-year-old Tendekai Maokomatanda, a Zimbabwean by origin who is based in the United States, was recently elected as the Speaker for Michigan's Youth in Government Conference. Tendekai has written 8 bills in Michigan to bring about change and was awarded with an accolade of the most distinguished bill in the conference. It is extremely rare for black people to be elected to high positions of power, such as the Speaker of the House of Representatives, especially in a real sitting. Let's hear more from our reporter.
One of the 8 bills written by Tendekai was to prohibit all Michigan lawmakers from buying and selling any type of stock while in office, and it won the award for the most distinguished bill at the Youth in Government Conference. At Change Radio, we wish Tendekai the best in his political career. It's me, Langton Manaka, reporting for Change Radio.
The Namibian government has donated some of its land to the government of Zimbabwe for the construction of a Museum of African Liberation and a Pan-African Memorial Park. Let's get more from our reporter.
Museum of African Liberation project will have a world-class shopping mall within the complex, 20 hectares of an animal park, 20 hectares of an amusement park, and a heritage village in the memorial park. It's me, Langton Manaka, reporting for Change Radio.
Award-winning novelist and human rights defender Tsitsi Dangarembga has made it into the Financial Times 25 most influential women of 2022 for her works in writing and activism in human rights. Congratulations to her. All is not well in the MDCT following the party's second vice president Elias Mutsuri saying he will not stand for any position in the party upcoming Congress as there was no transparency or democracy in the party. Mutsuri's comments come after the party broke its constitution by installing Douglas Monzora as president without going to vote. Mutsuri follows Vincent Trangirai, who said he will not contest in next year's parliamentary elections as long as Monzora is the party leader. The whole month of this month, the Health Ministry will be carrying out a COVID-19 vaccination blitz aimed at all those aged 12 and above. The ministry said the drive is aimed at increasing the number of vaccinated after the country had experienced a slowdown in people coming forward to be vaccinated. Change Radio continues to urge citizens to wear masks if not fully vaccinated against the COVID-19 virus, to sanitize, to practice social distancing, and to get vaccinated. And finally, in sports, here are the football results from yesterday's World Cup knockout stages. Netherlands beat United States 3-1, while Argentina beat Australia 2-1. The two winners will face each other in the quarterfinals on Friday. Brazil's triple soccer World Cup winner Pelé has sent a message to say he is strong with lots of hope while undergoing treatment for colon cancer at Albert Einstein Hospital in Brazil. Pelé, aged 82, made these comments following media reports he had been moved to palliative care after treatment for the cancer had failed. Zimbabwean-born boxer Derek Chisora was knocked out in the 10th round boxing match by Tyson Fury yesterday at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. Fury's win means he retains his heavyweight championship belt. However, all is not lost for Chisora, who pocketed £2 million for his efforts as well as other endorsement packs that came with the fight. And now to end the bulletin, here are the headlines once more. ZANU-PF thugs assault Citizens Coalition for Change (CCC) EU top official's son in Sweden. Interim Vice President Karenyi Kore and Organizing Secretary Chibaya are in the UK for a fundraiser. Mahere gives UK CCC's week in review. From me, CP Westbanda, and the crew behind the scenes here at Change Radio, have a pleasant day.